Hello, happy Friday. Thanks for tuning in. I'm LETISHA Bush.
And I'm Lenise Lagan. We made it to the weekend. Happy Friday indeed. We want to take a look at what's happening today along the Gulf Coast. Along the Gulf Coast, it has been a wet Friday, off and on though, right?
Off and on all day, and we all can't help but think about Saturday and Sunday, our weekend. What's going to happen?
Well, we have rain chances continuing as we head into the weekend, but the good news is that line of storms that moved through the area earlier, it's really falling apart as it's tracking towards the Florida Panhandle.
That is good news if you're on that side.
and also looking at the forecast area for Friday night, maybe not so much of a problem, but then as we get back into the forecast for Saturday and Sunday, that's when we have some more things to look at weather-wise. And here's what we have going on out.
Pritchard police are investigating a shooting that left one man dead. It happened yesterday in broad daylight on John Avenue and Main Street. Police say Gary Williams was shot at least 3 times around the corner from his mother's home. Friends say the 28-year-old worked at a local roofing company and was part of a large, tight-knit family. Now they need your help bringing his killer to justice. If you know anything about the crime, contact authorities. Now you can report crimes like that by using a tip line. The Pritchard Police Department is releasing a new video to let you know how to report a tip anonymously. Let's take a look. Of course, this is staged, but at the end of this video, Pritchard Police Chief Jerry Spezial makes an appearance and says it's easy to help solve or prevent a crime. All you have to do is text the tip, no space, and let the law help you. Now, we wanted to know exactly how this system works and how it keeps you anonymous. I'll break it down for you on Fox 10 News at 5.
Oh, they're good.
It's a wrap for this year's Alabama legislative session. The House and Senate wrapped up their sessions at about 7:30 last night. A bill that would tighten abortion regulations for girls under 18 is headed to the governor's desk. It would require an adult who approves an abortion for a young girl to present proof of parentage like a birth certificate. A bill that would ban most abortions in the state did not make it past a committee. Now, Governor Bentley will also decide whether to turn a bill requiring drug testing for some welfare applicants into law. It would only apply to people with a drug conviction in the last 5 years. Now, lawmakers also approved a bill requiring applicants to apply for 3 jobs before trying to sign up for welfare. And a close to $6 billion budget passed last night, and it does not include a 2% raise for education employees. That leaves Governor Robert Bentley to decide whether he will sign it or bring the legislature back for a special session.
Okay, I want to talk to all the parents out there for a moment. Have you ever talked to your son or daughter about the importance of staying in school? And if so, what did you say? Well,
a nonprofit group dedicated to reducing the dropout rate has been having this conversation with Mobile students. And as Fox 10 News reporter Steve Alexander tells us, it's much more than listening to a speech. The foundation's headquarters is in Birmingham, and if you would like to know more about this, just log on to our website at fox10tv.com. We are learning more up today about a deadly fire in Massachusetts. Bob Grip joins us now with a story. So, Bob, what is the latest? Coming up next on Fox 10 News, a new jobs report is out today, and the numbers are close to what economists predicted.
Yeah, we're told it's not good, but it certainly isn't great news. The slow and steady recovery from the recession continues, but a bill could pass the Senate by Monday, and it could help with unemployment benefits, so we'll get into that.
After that, if you spend a lot of time staring at monitors, you may want to cut back after hearing this. Doctors say the amount of people suffering from digital eye strain is on the rise. We'll tell you how to slow that down at 4:17.
In terms of the economy, we've got some good news, but not great news. And it's all to do with today's monthly unemployment numbers.
While the number of unemployed didn't increase, it also didn't decrease as much as some had hoped.
Yeah, so we're going to take a closer look now with Fox's Doug Luzader. He's in Washington.
You probably know looking at the computer screen or TV screen can hurt your eyes. I hope you're not hurting right now. Okay, doctors are still seeing, though, a big increase in digital eye strain.
Yeah, I've heard about it. We're going to tell you how many people are affected with that. Then we have new reason for you. Okay, more and more eye doctors are seeing a rise in people suffering with something called digital eye strain. Have you heard of it?
I have, and I may have experienced it sometimes. Yeah, that's right. Fox says Tanae Howard shows us how to slow down the damage it's doing to our eye. You can.
It's no wives' tale, but I think there might be some truth to it. So it helps your eyesight.
It may be true.
All right, it looks like staring at a computer screen is responsible for diagnosing a little girl's rare eye condition as well.
Some friends saw a picture of Tara Taylor's daughter on Facebook, and they noticed an odd glow in the little girl's left eye, and they encouraged Taylor to get it checked out.
And it turns out she has Coats disease. That can lead to blindness.
She didn't say all that picture, and you could see the little glow around her eye.
Wow.
Yes.
Good thing it didn't get worse.
Exactly, and she responded to it, took it to her doctor. Well, there may be a new reason to rise and shine in the morning.
Rise and shine. A new study is suggesting that the most of the sun that's coming up will keep your weight down. Here's how it works. Researchers at Northwestern University found people who got most of their exposure to light early in the day had a significantly lower body mass index than those who got most of their light later in the day.
They say early morning light waves have more of the blue light that is most likely to impact your sleeping and waking cycle. Experts say that plays an important role in regulating metabolism.
It's surprising they did this study at Northwestern because, you know, in the Midwest it doesn't get a lot of sunshine there.
Gray skies.
So, okay.
They got to come to Mobile to get that sign.
All right, a big old talent show for Baldwin County high schoolers.
There's a lot of buzz about this one. Find out when and where you can see the Baldwin Stars search. Then, with rain in the forecast, you might want to hit the theater this week. A look at your new options is up next.
A talent show tonight for Baldwin County high school students.
The Baldwin Star Search is happening at the Orange Beach Event Center at the Wharf. The Baldwin County Community Alliance put the show together, and before students go in to perform tonight or watch, they sign a pledge promising to stay away from drugs and alcohol.
It starts tonight at 6:30. It's free, and we certainly hope that you will join us in supporting Baldwin County students' decision to stay drug and alcohol free. And a little birdie told me that Cherish Lombard is going to be there.
Yes, and I think we may be there too, a crew of ours. So look for the results or at least an update at 9 o'clock tonight.
Cool.
Okay, so the top 8 are still standing on American Idol.
How about that? Contestants Malaya Watson, CJ Harris, and Sam Wolf found themselves in the bottom 3. It was later revealed, though, that Sam Wolf's performance didn't resonate with the viewers. He's the one that got the lowest number of votes. But
Sam got one more chance to convince the judges to keep him, and they were impressed.
I was just like
10.
So let's see what he has in store for us.
He better bring it.
He's got to. He was saved. Okay, so Captain America returns to the big screen, and Jude Law's Dom Hemingway makes his introduction.
Wow, Jude Law. I haven't seen him on the screen in a while. Fox's Ashley Dvorkin has your look at what's new in theaters.
Your work has been a gift.
So, Jason, we have you working pretty hard back here. You're watching this very closely, right?
Yeah, we had a real big line of storms move through the area earlier today, LETISHA. Now let's look at it. You can see it is breaking up, but what we're really more focused on now is the forecast for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, let's hear it. You see news happening on the Gulf Coast? Report it. Email your pictures and videos to report it at fox10tv.com or post them on our Facebook page, Fox 10 News. You can also reach us on our website. Just click on the Report It tab at the top of our homepage. Stick around. Fox 10 News will be right back. Congressman Bradley Byrne continues to fight for a shipbuilding program that's a big job provider in the port city.
Yeah, Bob Grip joining us now with the latest on that effort.
That's right.
The Pentagon continues on a controversial path of shrinking the United States military to pre-World War II levels.
Meantime, the Navy has been developing a new ship that is more efficient while staying on the cutting edge of technology. Now, you may already know about it because it's being built right here in Mobile.
Christian De La Rosa takes a look at this newest warship.
The USS Coronado was christened in January 2012 along the Mobile River at Austell, USA.
And since then, the Littoral Combat Ship Program has hit dire straits. The Pentagon may cut the program by 20 ships, and that's work that local shipbuilders depend on.
Well, plus states in the central part of the country are cleaning up today. Some severe weather caused a lot of trouble yesterday. The National Weather Service says there was as many as 8 tornadoes. A look at what they're dealing with in a few minutes. The Great American Cleanup in Mobile kicks off tomorrow.
And you're encouraged to get involved. Throughout this month, hundreds of volunteers are going to be lending a helping hand to spruce up the port city. Keep Mobile Beautiful will be holding several of these cleanup events. And the first big area cleanup gets underway tomorrow at 8 o'clock. It runs until about noon.
If you're volunteering, meet at the Tillman's Corner Chamber of Commerce on Carroll Plantation Road. From there, you'll be deployed with supplies to pick up litter.
Well, people across the country's heartland spent the day cleaning up debris.
A strong storm system brought everything from rain, snow, sleet, and hail into their homes and businesses.
Fox News correspondent Garrett Tenney shows you exactly what they're dealing with.
That was Fox's Garrett Tenney reporting.
And we want to take it back over to our chief meteorologist, Jason Smith. Jason,
Army officials say the shooter in the Fort Hood rampage was being assessed to see if he had post-traumatic stress disorder. We wanted to know how war veterans with PTSD are treated along the Gulf Coast. John Marshall is a counselor and former military Army pilot. Marshall says he thinks people are becoming more aware of PTSD, which means more people are getting help. Some doctors say about 25% of people who have served in the military suffer from PTSD. Now, dogs are being used to help many military members deal with the effects of PTSD. The organization Canines for Warriors brings together rescued dogs and veterans suffering from the mental disorder. Staff Sergeant Rob Vickers has been with his dog, Pop, for just over 100 days. Sergeant Vickers says Pop has been a big part of his healing. We're going to bring you more of Vickers' story tonight on Fox 10 News at 9. Now, have you ever heard of a consumer score? Well, it tracks a lot of things about you. We're going to explain. Plus, we've got more on a way to send an anonymous report in. Pritchard, stay tuned. We'll be back in about 90 seconds.